Hello viewers, Rich here from Team 42 and welcome to something a little bit different. Welcome to my Assetto Corsa Competizione, however you say it, driving career. I've signed up to a few races on SIMGRID.com and this is my first experience of online competitive racing on ACC. And we're in Valencia, where I am currently on my qualifying lap. This is the fastest qualifying I managed to achieve. I'm not expecting anything perfect. Missing a couple of apexes, but like I say, it's my first time on this game. This race is a 2 sprint races at 20 minutes apiece. So we'll quickly check out where we come in the qualifying, and then we'll cover the 2 sprint races, and I'll show you what happened. As we slowly come around this corner, I'm just trying to be neat and tidy. I'm not trying to set the lap times, let the lap board. Not trying to light the lap board up. Just trying to make sure I can complete the lap. And just see how I compare to others. I haven't done any of the career on this really. I've done on the first little bit where you race around Monza in the Lamborghinis as we now brake for the final corner, which is a second gear left hand turn. You want to get in the power as soon as possible as we thunder out the final corner of the lap of Valencia as we come across the line, and we are P11 on the left, but by the end of the day, the end of the race, we end up at the back, 5.088 seconds off the lead, ahead of Mr. Cheeseman, but doesn't look like he's qualified. So we're 5 seconds off the pace, so I'm not going to get into anything. I'm not going to ruin anyone's race. I'm just going to look after myself. So let's just jump straight into the first sprint race. And we are off. We get an alright start. No one's pulling massively away from us, but like I said, we're not expecting anything special. It's just a little online race. It is a wildcard event for me. These guys are in a proper league. As Stapley gets a little bit out of... Oh, there's 2 Stapleys. Number 16, Stapley gets a little bit out of shape there. And I outbrake myself and a little bit of damage, so need to learn my braking points. Not getting in these guys' ways. I just want to see if I can keep up, learn their racing lines, and hopefully the second sprint will be a little bit better. I find Valencia a good flowing track when you learn it. When you get towards the end of the race, I did start to learn the flow, and it's a really nice track. But as this is early in my racing career, officially my first online competitive race, I am a little bit shambolic. Running off the track there, and I'm just trying my best to catch back up a little bit so I can just see the racing lines and when people are braking, and I'm trying too hard and I get a little half spin. So unfortunately that is me out of the race really, and something even special, even more embarrassing is about to happen. If you take a little look at the bottom right hand of my digital display, you'll see I am still running qualifying fuel. Oh, it was a rookie mistake and I didn't even notice until a couple of laps into the race. As we cross the line on our first lap, 6+ seconds off the lead. And there we go, just skip forward to lap 3, the end of lap 3 we're coming to now. You can see low fuel pressure. So I know it's time to pit. I think to myself, things can't get any worse. Let's just pit, get out of the way, and we'll see where we end up. Adding extra fuel, just want to make sure we use 2.7 litres a lap of fuel, so I got a little fuel calculator, I worked out what I needed to add and made sure that was done, and stop at the marks. And we enter our next issue. I can't turn off the engine. The engine won't turn off. Usually it just sorts itself out, but this time it just doesn't shut off. So I need to go into my settings, find a setting to switch my engine off, then allocate a button on my wheel, all while losing time. I absolutely missed it the first time round, so seeing this on a second viewing is a little bit embarrassing, but there we are. Ignition, sort that out, and starter, we'll add to the right stick button, and here we are. Any minute. There we go, engine is finally off, and we can get fueled. All all this is happening whilst cars are flying around. It's a little bit embarrassing, a little bit not the best. So let's just start the engine. Start the engine. Rich, start the engine. Here we go, and away we go. Things can't get any worse. Surely they can't get any worse. And then I come out the pits.
We've been given a stop and go.
I've got a stop and go. I cannot believe it. I've got a stop and go penalty on the first race. Ah, it's just a disaster. An absolute disaster. So we'll just pretend that this race didn't even happen. And we'll just cross the line, the end of the race. Still managed a P16. Like I said, we'll pretend it didn't happen. 3 laps down from first place. A little bit of shambles, but now we've learned. So let's just jump straight into race number 2. And we're off again with another clean start. Trying to get a little bit of room on the inside of this Sky car. Looks like he runs a little bit wide. And then one of the cars in front decides to take a little spin, and somehow we've made up a couple of places. My job now is to just try and keep on the back of the car in front and try and keep the gap behind nice and steady. Running a little bit wide there. Once again, just need to be a little bit earlier with my braking points. You see, I've managed to fuel the car up correctly this time. A little bit of a moment, but we're alright. And the cars behind are already starting to catch up pretty quickly. I'm not going to let them go too easy. We're going to fight too hard, so I'll put up a bit of defence, but I'm not going to let them get past too easy. You see, they make up so much time on that corner. I got a little bit tentative to press the accelerator as he runs us around the outside. Somehow still side by side. It's an actual fight. I'm actually fighting for the position as he pulls away. I've recently found out that I should have gone for the Audi R8 Evo 2, which is the more up-to-date car, a little bit faster. Just keep that apex, keeps the Mercedes from taking me from behind. This looks like D-Spiller. It's starting to pull away again. That Sky car. It's good to see him. Right up my bottom this time. As Mercedes dive bombs him. I'm actually looking in my mirror, looking behind instead of looking what's going on ahead, because I know that there is no way we're catching D-Spiller. Have a little bit of a moment there, and the Mercedes has a little look around the outside, but I'm not sure if he just gives up or doesn't have the legs on me. But here the Sky car goes for a massive dive bomb, outbrakes himself, and managed to continue to keep hold of P10. This is absolutely unbelievable. Massively wide on that corner, leaving the door open, but Cheeseman doesn't take the bait. little bit of a panic there. I thought I was going to get taken out, but geez, we managed to break in time. And there's been another crash behind, which again gives us a little bit of breathing space. I know during the whole section you guys may have been looking ahead, but I was certainly looking in the mirrors because the battle is always going to be behind me in this early part of my online racing career. As we run wide through turn 1. It looks like S. Brown has managed to just catch up to me again really quickly. Goes down the inside. I'm not going to fight that, there's no point. He had the track position, he had the better line, so I'd only just put myself off and give the guys behind an easier chance to catch back up. Look how quick he pulls up. He's already 1.2 seconds ahead of me, and it's only been a couple of corners. I really need to improve my game for the next race. I'm actually thinking about joining an actual racing league. I know I'm a bit amateur right now, but you know, things are going to get better. And that is the plan. As we skip to the end of the lap, and someone is doing a drive-through, which amazingly now puts us all the way up into a fantastic 9th place. Still managing to keep the guys behind me. But not for long, as the Sky car finally catches back up. I panic, I have a little bit of a moment here, but a bit wide, and we're off the track, losing all my progress. All that effort I've put in to keep them behind, and in just one mistake, because I got a little bit pressured from the Ferrari. Is it a Ferrari? I think it's a Ferrari. Got a little bit of pressure from the Ferrari. It spooked me. Now it's time to put my head down and see if I can catch back up to them. So I'm going to shut off for a minute. I'll just let you enjoy this lap. We come out of the final corner of that lap. You can see I drove pretty smooth, pretty clean. I'm just not driving quick enough. I can brake later, accelerate earlier, turn harder, and obviously get the more up-to-date car. They haven't pulled too far away this time. If you remember on the first race I was losing 5 seconds a lap. This time I'm what? Only 1.5 seconds out, as this guy here has a little look down the inside. That was a nice overtake by Roman. I didn't fight it too hard, although I probably couldn't afford it anyway. If I can keep an eye on where he brakes, where he turns. He's running wider on the tracks, he's getting the apex better. Just keep an eye on that and see if I can keep up. As we reach the halfway point, still only 2 and a bit seconds behind the driver in front. But as we take a look where we are on this track, if we just have a look what happens on the next lap, something absolutely unbelievable happens.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out.
Get him in my vision. Hammer down, it's the unexpected move as I throw it down the inside. Oh, it's an absolutely beautiful overtake. Oh, no, it wasn't anything to do with the fact he went off track and was going slow. That was all on me with my skills. Fantastic. As I run a bit deep, and it doesn't matter anyway. And I have a little bit of a moment, which is common occurrence, in fact. A spin, and then later on another moment, and then another moment, and then think, okay, I'll just get back to normal, and I have another moment. Right, okay, so now I can get back to normal, focus on what I'm doing, and just coast to the end. It looks like it's going to be another last place. Only a minute to go. The guy in first is ahead of me now. I just thought I'd quickly show you this, and then he took the guy in P2 out the race. Obviously, he wasn't expecting me to go so slow. I have a moment. Whoa, that could have ended in disaster. Oh, there we go. Only just lapped this time. Didn't have any pit stop errors, no drive-throughs, because I didn't have to pit or do anything really. I just, yeah. We'll take that, guys. That is across the line, and this time only one lap down from the leader. In second place, no one else lapped me. It was almost on the lead lap, and that is that, guys. That is a last place once again, but we are getting better, and I know for sure if you join me next Saturday, because I've seen the race, a lot more happens, and there is a lot more racing, and I'm a little bit more edgy. I take some risks, and hopefully, no more mistakes like my pit stop error. But that's it, guys. That's the first day, my first time racing online on Assetto Corsa. Next Saturday, I'll be releasing every Saturday hopefully a league race or an online race for my ACC career, and then every Tuesday I'll make sure I release a Forza race for you, for all the Forza fans out there. But if you are still here, thanks very much for joining me. Make sure you do like and subscribe and all that, because there is more to come, and I appreciate you being here. And as always, look after yourselves, and I'll see you next time.